E aí, os caras, tudo bem? Aqui quem fala com vocês é o Jorge da Lasanha. Bem, hoje eu vou estar trazendo aqui o quinto episódio da saga ESTREITOS, né? Continuar a saga, quer dizer, a série, né? Saga não. E continuar aqui. Eu fiquei sumido aí esses dias que preguiça, né? Pra ficar postando vídeo todo dia satura um pouco, cansa. Mas vou esse vídeo aqui, se der eu ainda posto hoje, porque a internet caiu aqui. Não sei se ainda volta hoje, se otário aqui demora pra voltar a internet, né? Mas eu vou voltar aqui. Então eu espero que vocês gostem.
Despite the hectic mood among the staff at HQ, the start of the briefing was delayed. But the weary pilots, knowing full well that they must force their exhausted bodies back into the air once the order was given, weren't the slightest bit disturbed by the delay.
Hey, what are you writing there?
I just can't remember this next phrase.
Here, let me see.
Hey! The princess couldn't feed the dove that day. She was too sick.
May I take a look?
RASGRIZ. The demon of RASGRIZ got her, right?
You know the story?
The demon from the North Sea. I remember. My grandma used to tell me bedtime stories about it. And every time she did, I'd be too scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Settle down, people.
I knew a little about that famous legend, too. When history witnesses a great change, RASGRIZ reveals itself, first as a dark demon. As a demon, it uses its power to rain death upon the land, and then it dies. However, after a period of slumber, RASGRIZ returns.
Gentlemen! Excuse me, Colonel. This is an absolutely vital mission to us. As the staff advisor sent from Central HQ for this effort, I'd like to explain it myself. The Ocean Army is planning a vast offensive with the ultimate objective of occupying the capital of Yuktobania. If this operation succeeds, it will end the war in very short order. However, the Yuktobanians have attacked our beachhead with ballistic missiles from the Rimfaxi, a Sinfaxi-class submersible carrier stationed in the icy waters of RASGRIZ Straits. Fortunately, our ground forces had already completed attack preparations, so despite the missile attack, the offensive began as planned. Nevertheless, we must neutralize the threat of another Rimfaxi missile attack on our ground forces.
We have a single chance to stage a successful air attack on the underwater carrier Rimfaxi. Our passive sonar has detected a transport submarine that we believe is headed for the Rimfaxi. We believe the transport sub's mission is to supply the Rimfaxi with missiles. Based on its course and speed, we've calculated its rendezvous time with the Rimfaxi. By amazing coincidence, it is precisely the same time as the 0 hour of our ground attack. At this time, the Rimfaxi will have to surface to restock its missiles. At that exact moment, ingress at low altitude to avoid detection, launch a surprise attack, and sink the Rimfaxi. Once surfaced, it only takes the Rimfaxi 1 minute to rig for an emergency dive. If your approach is detected, you will only have 1 minute to complete your attack on the Rimfaxi.
Então, como vocês puderam ver, a gente vai fazer um ataque contra o submarino aí, o segundo submarino da Yuktobania, o Rimfaxi. Estranho falar o nome, mas é tipo Rimfaxi mesmo. Esquece do H. Na verdade, ainda tem que falar um pouco como se fosse um R o H, né? Mas fazer um ataque contra o Rimfaxi e impedir que ele lance os mísseis loucos lá que ele tava.
Now keep in mind, there won't be any support from Arcbird this time around. This mission rests solely on your shoulders. The entire ground offensive is relying on this first surprise attack, so don't disappoint us. I want you to turn the icy RASGRIZ Straits into the enemy's graveyard.
E por uma coincidência gigante, o Rimfaxi tá atacando no mesmo lugar que veio lá o demônio de RASGRIZ, né? Coincidências? Para essa missão, deixa eu ver aqui, 83. Mobilidade, acho que pegar F15 é a melhor opção, acho. É. Deixa eu ver, eu continuo. Ah, não, eu vou jogar com o F14 ainda e vou jogar até desbloquear o... Não, F15 mesmo, pra dar uma variada de avião. Todo episódio ficar jogando com o mesmo avião é... cansa.
Which plane am I going up in?
Captain, which plane should I use?
I'm not sure.
War Dog, launch.
Então bora lá. Né?
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling.
Deixa eu ver, aqui é só um minigame de... Mas eu vou fazer ele mesmo assim. Bora. Tem que pegar bem certinho aqui.
500 yards to go.
Bora, bora, encaixa aí, encaixa, quase.
100 yards to go. 50 yards to go.
Bora, bora, bora. Tu consegue, tu consegue.
Ladies, maintain your current flight path.
Ah, droga.
You're pretty good,
Aê,
ladies. Commencing refueling.
seguimos. Foi uma jornada, mas eu consegui. Tacando combustível no avião aí. Rapidex. Bora lá.
Altitude and fly towards the submarine fleet. You are restricted from flying above 1,000 feet. We can't risk having our surprise attack detected.
I'm getting chills. This northern sea is where the demon of RASGRIZ came from.
RASGRIZ.
There's no way that could have been the RASGRIZ.
Será que o avião tá
Hold your chatter. Commencing combat procedures shortly. Maintain radio silence.
Guess I'll cut off the mic and try talking to myself.
Estranho, tá sem som o avião. Pera aí, na verdade não, vou continuar a missão aqui. Esquisito. Missão de ataque é baixo. A gente foi detectado. Ah não!
This is Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell,
missão aí.
Advisor HQ. That picket submarine just set off an enemy detection notice. The Rimfaxi is going to dive in 1 minute. Attack immediately.
Tá bom, não precisa de agonia não.
Anyway, I'm gonna start talking
Tá.
now. Enemy planes, halt all resupply
A
operations.
música desse jogo é boa demais.
We're still in the middle of our mission. Damn it. How did they smell us out?
Taca a missão nele.
Fox 2.
Ele taca a missão nele.
30 seconds to Rimfaxi dive.
Halt the resupply.
Consegui?
Prepare for immediate
Consegui. Aí.
We gotta dive before the enemy does.
Damage status on enemy sub unknown.
Ei, destruiu o outro.
Bastards are diving. This is Submarine Squadron Command. Emergency report from our ground forces in the front line. The enemy is undertaking a large-scale offensive. Attack the enemy forces with long-range missiles from the Rimfaxi. Urgent. Transmitting target coordinates. This is Rimfaxi.
Bora, otário.
We cannot comply.
É.
We are unable to
Sobe aí,
launch
ó.
missiles underwater due to battle damage. What's the point of your existence if you don't fire now? They're penetrating our defense lines as we speak. Hurry up before they overrun our allies. Emergency surface. Grab onto something. Once we break the surface, launch the missiles and unmanned drones.
The Rimfaxi's antenna has appeared above water. It's surfacing.
Rimfaxi launching burst missiles.
Launching carrier jets.
Tá com o UAV aí. Ninguém, todo plot de Ace Combat 7. Pode. É daqui. Destruir o Rimfaxi, né? Não é muita coisa, não. É só destruir um submarino gigante que taca mísseis nucleares e UAVs enquanto tá sendo atacado por mísseis. Mas isso que é a vida de piloto no mundo de Discovery, né? Stranger. Ah! Submergiu. Vou derrubar esse tanque. Otário. Tem um submarino aleatório aí. Afundar aí. Bombardeada. Ah, qual é? Bombardeada agora. É, cadê ele agora, então? Você disse que ele... Ah, agora sim. Cadê o Infect aqui? Você vira carniça hoje, otário. Acertei. Bora. Mais um. Mais dois, quer dizer. Ah, qual é? Acertei um. Não é tão fácil assim, né? Acaba é doido, é? Baixa ser doido e burro. Vou levar aquele UAV ali. Caramba, ele tomou 2 mísseis. Outro derrubado. Vamos ver se não vai. Cadê ele? Ah. Não, ah! Pega o reflex, animal! Ah, qual é, velho? Pra vir SAM não, tu acha que eu quero atacar SAM? Eu quero destruir o reflex, animal. Quase morri por isso. Trava o míssil, você vai morrer! Tem como esse animal do Blaze não... Quer dizer, acho que não era nem um animal dele, né? Meu Deus, não era nem que foi um animal, deve ter sido o avião. Depois mesmo vai travar logo uma frente aérea. Ao invés de travar logo no pé. Aí eu morri, né? Cadê ele? De novo? Aqui do lado. Agora ele vai travar, né? Ah, agora. Bora. Ah, não! Que gente era essa, hein? Eu tô tomando dano, cara. Eu tô lascado na mão desse submarino do inferno. Ah, não. Eu não gosto dessa missão. Caramba, cadê? Esse baú sabe vai tacar um míssil nele, aí o bicho tá com... Não, dá não. Toma.
That's a kill. I can still hold out. Let's keep it going a bit longer.
We can't! We need 2 hours to repair the fuel tank! We'll get sunk 10 times over by then! Just hurry up!
É destruir de novo, coitado mesmo.
I can't believe this! They're just fighter jets! We can't afford to lose the Rimfaxi, too!
Bora pra esse logo.
Launching burst missile. War dog, it's headed your way. Climb. Zoom to about 5,000 feet.
Tá bom. Deixa eu falar com a caixa
Just suck
aqui.
already.
Ok, velho. Não é bom ser fominha agora.
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4,
Ah, só mais. Na verdade, eu botei em metros o bagulho aqui, então não tem nem problema. As escoltas já foram destruídas, né? Só daquele cara ali, mas não de muito mais. Sobe mais, que eu não quero virar carniça. Sobe mais.
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Burst in now. Então, a gente tá conseguindo! Aê!
I'll take care of the threat from the escort subs too.
Conseguiram carniça. Opa, agora já tá em vermelho a vida dele. Mais 2 mísseis. Deixa eu ver, ele falou nisso, foi? Voa logo. É, ele falou nisso. Finalmente, depois de morrer uma vez. Caramba. Ele fala que eu tivesse morrido já 5 vezes. Aê, bora. Quase lá. Os caras já tá todo. Já estão se cagando, de verdade. Detonando o submarino deles. Mais outro. Não, ele não se pode parar não. Acho que todos os inimigos da ofensiva pra destruir nossas forças. Foram partidos, tá vendo? Opa, volta. A gente é só avião, se você atirar a gente cai mesmo. O problema é como vocês atiram seus animais, se vocês não acertar não derruba, né? Pode lá. Mais 2 mísseis aqui e eu subo. Pronto. Melhor não arriscar.
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting
now. Explosões quadradas. Vamos lá. Bora. Eu consigo. Afunda, otário. Vai pro fundo do mar. Conseguimos. Explode aí. Aê. Afunda aí, otário.
The surprise attack on the Rimfaxi was a success, and the carrier has sunk to the bottom of the RASGRIZ Straits. The threat from the northern sea has disappeared, and the Ocean forces are on the offensive against Yuktobania.
Me? Heavens. The ace pilots who sunk the enemy submarines are right over there. And I'm the person you want to interview now?
No, it's not that. It's just that I heard you used to be a fighter pilot yourself.
I just fly freight planes for the maintenance crews now. The captain, Captain Bartlett that is, it was time for an old man like me to quit trying to compete with the young guys. Talk about a lack of respect.
Where did you meet Captain Bartlett?
We were both shot down and we bailed out behind enemy lines in the last war. We got through the bullet-ridden battlefield and made it back to the Allied front line. I tell you, it was tough getting the Army to believe we were on their side.
Shot down? You two?
Hey, it was a long time ago. Everyone makes mistakes, right?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Even if you're not flying with those pilots, your age and experience provide a lot of support for all of them. I just wanted to tell you that. I've seen that you really listen to what they say, and you always have helpful suggestions for them.
Well, thank you.
I think they're all going to need you, now more than ever.
I'll do what I can.
These people, it's like they're walking on a tightrope that could snap at any second. They're going to reach their breaking point sooner or later.
Yeah.
Our ground offensive is continuing its fast-paced push into Yuktobanian soil. A POW internment camp was discovered during the offensive, and a team of Marines has attacked and captured the camp. The Marines have secured the camp's radio room, and a flight of helicopters is en route to retrieve the prisoners. Your mission is to provide close air support for this rescue and retrieval operation. The radio room could be retaken by the enemy at any moment. If it is, the enemy will report the attack and the rescue will end in failure. Find and shoot down all enemy aircraft in the local airspace and secure air superiority across the entire area.
Como o cara aí disse, essas forças aí de invasão descobriram um campo de prisioneiros de guerra, então a gente vai ir lá. Quer dizer, um helicóptero foi mandado pra buscar eles, foi mandado também pra dar suporte ao helicóptero. Foi de F-14 agora, ou não, F-15 mesmo. Vou ficar toda hora indo com o mesmo avião. Parece que isso é
Captain, we're launching with this War Dog launch.
A gente vai lançar com essa daí mesmo. Grim. Não me estranho da porra.
This is Archer. Captain, can you see the POW camp?
Mas acho que é um pouco mais depois que ela ficou mesmo, a melhor parte do começo da música.
Captain? I mean, Captain Bartlett, you
Não é tão especial essa missão, é só ficar vasculhando o mapa pra procurar outros inimigos aqui nessa tempestade e derrubar eles. Mas pelo menos é um pouco pra depois que ela fica melhor. Mas ela já tá boa.
This is Sea Goblin. Man, I thought if I joined the Marines, I'd get to work on tropical beaches all the time. We've safely recovered the POWs. Guess our copter's not here yet.
Tá procurando os caçadores.
You're gonna have to babysit them a little bit longer. I'm picking up enemy planes on my radar.
Roger. You're that squadron from Sand Island, right? I've heard of you guys. Can't wait to see you do your stuff.
Não, era no outro avião. Aqui agora ficou boa a ação de drag. Aí. Tamo aí, meu otário. Foi demais.
This is Dobie. Monitoring
Droga, errei.
Nixie, Dwarf, you guard the area. I want your eyes so sharp you can tell the difference between two snowflakes.
Edge engaged.
Chopper engaging.
Ah, você vai cair, Otávio, vai cair. Pera aí. Bota aqui. Ah, qual é? Mais um. É, tornado toma 3 vezes pra cair.
This is Sea Goblin. Does it seem like the enemy craft have noticed our infiltration?
Não, eles parece que não viram ainda não.
Relax, just wait there at the camp.
Relaxa. Doido.
Roger. We've cut off the enemy's lines of communication here, but it's just unsettling not being able to tell what the situation is.
Filme só.
I can't shake the feeling that we're being watched. Hey, did you see a figure behind that window over there?
E...
You don't think they found us out and surrounded us already, do you? I heard some of you bastards talking to each other, I
deve ser
swear.
aterrorizante você ser derrubado por dois mísseis e cair numa floresta no meio de uma devassa e todo frio. É, acho que é um pouco
Hurry up with the
aterrorizante
retrieval. The Ukes aren't
ficar
that
preso
stupid.
numa floresta. Ah, eu encontrei. Acho que
Pretty useless to patrol the skies in this weather.
não vi isso hoje.
The pilots look pretty worn out. Being thrown into a remote internment camp like this?
Quase. Não deixa de ver, otário.
There are 4 planes left.
Oh no, the enemy spotted us. They're heading for
Quase. Bora. Oxi. Vai ficar girando, é? É. Morreu.
This is Sea Goblin. Combat is broken out in the camp. You've got control of the airspace now, right?
É, já só falta esses dois
I
aviões
knew we
aqui.
could count on you. Okay, we're going to get everyone out of here.
Calma aí, dois. Não vai morrer
Are
assim.
the POWs we hit in the machine room all right? We can't hold out here for long. Barricade the door with those desks. Don't let them enter the radio room.
Poxa, os caras estão... Ok,
One
parece
enemy
que
plane left.
estourou uma guerra civil lá no campo de prisioneiros.
I've got ice built out from my canopy.
Pronto.
Field of view is narrowing. All right, I've mopped up the enemies in the area. You can call in the taxi now.
Roger.
Aí,
We're all set. Bring the helicopter into our position.
This is Sea Goblin. All right's here. The ground's still crawling with weapons
tá
installations, though,
lá
so
em
they can't
Gula
land.
pegar os
Clear
prisioneiros.
them out for us.
Do we have any flash grenades left? Use them all up.
I see the POW camp.
Os caras vai de flash. Ah, não.
People we must
Joga
cover in
jogador
there.
de código. Warzone.
We have to suppress the anti-aircraft fire first.
Não. Ah.
I'll
Também que essa
destroy
série
the
desse jogo não
anti-aircraft
tem...
positions and support the POW escape.
Oxi, mano. Ah, deu.
I'll support the rescue
Nossa, isso é
effort.
tudo cagado.
Get those POWs out of there, fast! Don't get us confused with the enemy. We're gonna fire back.
AA guns confirmed destroyed.
Bora pegar o Zinho, animal.
Looking out that way.
Não gosto do sistema de tracking
AA guns
mas
confirmed destroyed.
meio que isso aqui é um reino.
I've got a special delivery of bullets here. Where do you want me to drop them off?
Mas tentar...
Got it. Don't you go anywhere.
AA guns confirmed destroyed.
Pronto, já liberamos o lugar. Não há mais ameaça.
This is the gunship. We're gonna sweep the south end of Building B with Gatling fire. Target destroyed. Give me the next firing point.
Pronto, já conseguiu.
If we can just get through this.
I'm out of ammo. Go grab something out of the security room lockers. Roger. I'll go
falando, estourou uma guerra civil lá na base. Meu Deus, caramba, eles estão matando os prisioneiros. Provavelmente. Crimes de guerra básicos, né? Execução de civis de manhã e bombardeio e uso de napalm de noite.
Okay, thanks for taking out the trash. We're taking the POWs outside. Can you see their smiling faces? Puck here. We're coming to pick you up, so be ready.
Cara, um cara perguntou, vocês conseguem ver as carinhas felizes deles? Hoje dá pra ver de boa, ó, 4K, ó.
We're almost done with the rescue operations. Those people.
Cara, ignorante.
I wish I could see their faces from up here.
Fazer um rasante aqui, ó. Do aéreo. É, checa aí. Lá. Agora, barulho de carta estranha, né? Não?
But that can't. Look, just check for me one more time.
Ixi.
After all the captain said to me,
You all right?
I'm fine. My plane's trashed, but those are always replaceable.
É.
Sea Goblin to gunship.
Pronto, virou
We're
quando
taking our
depressiva,
guest
parece.
zone now. Can you guys rescue her?
Ficou depressiva e não
Roger.
desviou do
Weather
míssil.
conditions are getting worse. We'd better step on it.
Mas ela tá de boa.
Landing point
Eu
confirmed.
rejeito todo o
Roger.
avião.
Heading in to pick her up.
Leva lá. Pegue ela. Oxi.
The gunship
Ah,
crashed.
qual é?
Damn it! Storm's too strong. We can't just leave her behind.
O cara falou de boa. O cara explode se esbagaça na floresta. Falou, caramba, a nevasca tá muito forte.
You said it.
Ainda tá com barulho de helicóptero, né? Engraçado.
The POW rescue operation was a success, and both the Marines and our friends held in the camp were safely recovered. As for Captain K. Nagase, who was attacked and bailed out during the operation, Colonel Perot will issue orders on her behalf. Central Command will be replacing Captain Nagase's plane that was lost in the crash.
None of the rescued POWs saw Bartlett in the internment camp. Now where could he be, I wonder? Upon more favorable weather conditions, we will carry out a rescue operation for Captain Nagase. That's right. We've all been promoted yet again. You guys are burning through the ranks, you know that? You can thank High Command for it.
She'd left her book in the crew room. A Blue Dove for the Princess. That was the title of the book she left behind. A favorite book from her childhood. The pages had torn off over the years, and she had been writing down the words that were on those pages, trying to remember every sentence and every verse.
I loved this book so much, but I only have faint memories of what was inside. I feel like I've grown so far away from everything since then.
I remember how she looked when she told me that. I couldn't help wondering, did she choose to crash on purpose, rather than having to take part in the invasion of another country?
Depressão bateu forte agora, cê é louco. Salvar aqui. Pronto.
Bring back Captain Nagase. Don't make us have to give her a posthumous 2-rank promotion.
We've succeeded in tracking down Captain K. Nagase's distress beacon. We will now launch a combat search and rescue operation for the captain. Captain Nagase is currently on the run from an enemy patrol. Although she's being pursued, her distress beacon is still broadcasting. This transmission is extremely weak, so we cannot confirm her location unless we get closer to the source of the signal. Follow the signal to find Captain Nagase's concealed location as quickly as possible. Once you find her, report her location to the Sea Goblin Helicopter Squadron. The helicopter search and rescue team is expected to face stiff opposition from enemy air and ground forces. After the helicopter team picks up Captain Nagase, provide air support for them as they airlift her out.
Pronto, a gente vai resgatar a Nagase, né? Que tava com depressão aí, não aguentou pilotar mais avião aí. Ainda bem que você não se matou, só se jogou do avião.
War Dog, launch!
Né? Tem que salvar ela. Soltar ele ao invés de desviar do míssil, tem que fazer o jogo se prolongar ainda mais.
This emergency locator beacon is our connection to Nagase.
E agora tem que ficar
Let's hurry up
procurando
and
ela
find her. Hang in there, Nagase!
Sei lá.
Pay attention to the changes in the signal's pitch and tempo.
Ó, tem que ficar procurando ela quando o bichinho tá cheio aqui, ó. Oi, tecnologia militar. Top 10 tecnologias
Jet, do you
militares.
understand how to view the distress signal sensor on your HUD?
Sim, eu já sei como é que é.
Okay, just checking. Make sure you don't miss Nagase's signal.
Meio.
Okay. I can keep going.
Hey Blaze, did you see someone below us just now?
Poxa, é claro, dá pra ver aqui, ó.
Wait,
Ó, dá
that's
pra ver
not a
muito.
person. Sorry, my mistake.
Deixa eu ver. Tecnicamente. Não, mas acho que tem muita árvore aqui. Ó, se tivesse uma planície dessa, dá pra ver.
Protect Blaze. I'm the one being protected.
Quase lá.
Nagase, if you hear me, respond. Come on, you stupid radio. I found footprints this way.
Agora, quase lá. Tá pipando aí.
Fox 2!
Fox 2.
Sea Goblin to War Dog Leader. I'm honing in on your signal.
The signal's
Quase lá.
changing. Looks like you're gradually getting closer to Captain Nagase.
Ele tá ficando mais perto ainda. Mas qual é?
It's being jammed!
Ah, passo rápido? Deixa eu ver se eu consigo ver. Que eu vi esse bicho, esse negócio aqui em um vídeo do YouTube de Ban, que é um youtuber gringo aí, mas que ele é brasileiro mesmo. É que esse avião aqui é um avião belcano, ó. Ah, esse que é preta! Ah, cara, eu não consigo vir carniça aqui e espagasse no avião ainda. Esse skin preta aqui, ó. Não é um skin, não é skin do youtuber não. Aí, acho que eu viro carniça ali naquela hora. Isso é rápido. Que agora pra o final de
The signal's getting stronger. Nagase's around
Opa,
here somewhere.
Fox 2! Aí tu tem um doido. Poxa, fora. Para tanto esfregar em mim, é. Vamos isso aí.
Captain, you stalled, are you alright?
Poxa, olha isso, cara. Aí eu derrubei. Pode derrubar esse outro. Pronto. Pra cá, ó.
Firing at me.
aqui, ó. Bem aqui. Encontrou. Aê.
Mrs. Sea Goblin, War Dog, have you found her?
Sim, a gente encontrou ela, sim. Vem aqui buscar. Pra fazer a...
While we're on our way, eliminate those enemy fighters for us. We need to make sure this place is safe. Don't worry, we'll take your princess back to base safely.
Os caras gadando ela mesmo antes de saber quem ela é. Os gados de verdade.
Whoa! There's still enemies on the ground!
Esse cara é doido.
I'll shoot down every single plane that comes near the helicopter.
Hurry up, guys! What are you gonna do if the enemy catches her?
Calm down. We're going as fast as we can.
Coitado do
Over
helicóptero.
here! I'm the one you want!
É, vem aqui.
Us too!
Vamos isso aí. É engraçado que eu fico baneando aqui. Tipo, eles eram meio que ser. Era meio que ser os russos dos trade. Usam mais equipamento americano do que equipamento russo.
Can you see Nagase from the helicopter? Is she alright?
Então, vamos isso aí. Isso aqui? Não, isso aqui não. Ó.
Bastards! I'm not letting you near that copter!
Hey, so this Captain Nagase, is she a looker?
Bora,
Why
bora.
don't you rescue her and see for yourself?
If she's hot, I'm asking her out.
Olha os caras gadando ela.
Guard is too.
Ah, não, se eles nunca viram a cara dela nunca na vida dele já tá
Enemy
ligado.
force advancing. Can you take them out for us?
Roger that. You take care of the rescue.
Vê.
Can't just back one! Is the rescue team back yet? Did they pick her up?
Ô, para de atirar nisso aí, ó.
You deal with the pursuing units. I'll go save the princess.
We're gonna have to rely on you on the ground. Pull through for us, okay? Roger that. We owe you one from yesterday.
4 miles.
4 milhas.
These guys are too good. We can't win if we go head
2,
on.
3 milhas. Ah, ia ser tão bom se tivesse.
Damn it! I think the enemy helicopter spotted the pilot.
Outro.
He's at your 6 o'clock. Break right. Shake him off. Hurry.
Bora,
2
vai lá.
miles.
2 milhas.
Don't take the
1,
one by
2,
yourself.
3
Climb and fight from
milhas.
above. Blaze just bagged one.
Aquele comercial lá.
That's definitely her. I can see her flight suit from here. Hold on, I got your back.
Qual
Sea
é?
Goblin arriving at designated point momentarily.
Acho que tem um outro helicóptero inimigo tentando gadar dela também, é.
Fired. Activating guidance.
Muito gado ao mesmo tempo, tem que derrubar todos. Poxa,
I'm
nem
almost within range.
ele dali tá atacando ele, certo?
Missile hit.
Ah, ainda bem, achei que já tinha falhado a missão.
Don't make her wait any longer. Everyone ready? Go, go, go! Rescue team dropping from helicopter.
Poxa, era um helicóptero inimigo
Right
aí.
there for a while. You got a towel? I need to wipe all this sweat off my brow.
Aê, a gente conseguiu. Ah,
Say, Blaze, I think that song would be perfect for a time like this, you know?
essa é muito massa esse som.
Yeah, face of the coin. I love that
Cara da
song.
coroa. Pra quem não sabe aí, né, como é que decide a próxima missão do jogo. Ai.
Our combat search and rescue of Captain Nagase was a success. We're having a physician check on her condition right now.
When the rescue team found her, she was holding captive a group of soldiers who were sent in to capture her. Behind her was the helicopter crew that crashed while trying to rescue her. She had saved them, treated their wounds, and hid them in a safe place. I needed to rethink my image of her after this, after seeing her amazing toughness and tenacity. She even managed to obtain a little information from the soldiers she captured. It seems the people of Yuktobania were also beginning to have doubts about their leaders in the current war. And word of Nagase's squadron was getting around, as the force that sunk 2 of their most powerful submarines. The Yuk Army's soldiers had nicknamed them the Demons of RASGRIZ. She was obviously very proud of that when she told me about it later. Perhaps her pride was for Captain Bartlett, the man who had trained them, or maybe it was for her current captain. However, nobody in the upper echelons of her own army was proud of them. Bartlett was still missing, and that made his old trainees the subject of suspicion and criticism.
E foi isso, caras. Esse aí foi o episódio de hoje. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Esse foi o 5º episódio da saga Escamba de 5, né? E já deu 3 missões aí. Então, falou, cara. Falou.